Hi everyone, so the first of two video reviews today is for the paperback read that I was reading last week, which was Chosen by Brey Willows. For any of you that missed the introduction video, this is what the book looks like, and the introduction video is hanging around on YouTube and on my Facebook page if you want to go and check that out. Also, if you'd like to check out my Goodreads review, if you're on Facebook, it is in the newsfeed below all the other videos, and if you're on YouTube, then it is in the link below. So this is the video review for Chosen by Brey Willows, and I had heard some good things about this book when I picked it up at Elcon, and I couldn't wait to get a copy of it actually. And then when I started reading it, I didn't know what to expect, but when I started reading it, I'd literally started with chapter 1 and I knew I was going to absolutely love it. I got sucked in from that very first chapter into what turns to be quite an emotional story really for the characters in it, who have got so much to consider. Like literally so much. It's very dystopian, but it's not actually far off like time-wise where we are now, and it's actually quite scary to think this could be a possibility, and one day may be a possibility actually. So basically, Devin, who is one of the main characters, she meets Carissa, and they start to form a relationship, but they meet under the circumstances of they are being taken from their homes. Some willingly, some not so willingly, with a bunch of other sort of scientists to a location to work on a project for leaving Earth. Because basically the world's had World War III, everything's gone wrong. It's not a habitable planet really, or it won't continue to be for very long. So they face a lot of inner conflicts for themselves. They face a lot of conflict together as well, and there's a lot of soul searching in this book. What's right? What's wrong? And it's very interesting actually to see how they react to being chosen for this project and what that choice means for them, because really they've been chosen for something that they should be totally grateful for, but it takes away freedom really when you're chosen for something. If somebody chooses you, or you're chosen for a task, you have no real say in it, do you? And that's what they have to deal with. They have to deal with whether they can cope with the choices that they make when they've been chosen. And it was a book to make you think as well as you're going along with the main characters, which is Devin and Carissa. There's another sort of sub main characters in there as well, in Van, who isn't one of these chosen people, and she actually meets one of the chosen people sort of by a chance of fate, and so they've got their sort of subplot running alongside, but it's mostly about Devin and Carissa, and they are just so perfect as characters. They are well-rounded, developed, and they've got a uniqueness about them. You could really connect with these characters. The way Brey has written these characters, you could really empathise with their situation, even though, you know, we've got no idea what that would be like because we're not in that position yet. And I say yet because we could be one day, and it just really made me think. It was a really clever book, and I'm really hoping there's more to this as well, like there'll be a sequel or more even just about these characters, because they were so complex in their makeup and their emotions and what they felt and their pasts, everything. There was just so much in there to sink your teeth into as a reader and really connect with the character, and I really loved that about this book. But I just loved the story. It was very cleverly thought through, had a brilliant plot, and it had a brilliant sort of conclusion as well. I did not see it coming. At one minute I literally thought my heart was going to break for Devin and Carissa. It was really intense towards the end, you know, when they get into that final stage, and you know everything is about to change, and whether that's for the better or worse, there's a lot for you to decide in these pages as you're reading, and it was just such an emotional read. Very addictive as well. Like, I didn't want to put it down. I just really loved every minute of it, and I savoured every second of reading this book because it really was absolutely brilliant. It's like, how can I put it, when you find, it's like a little diamond in the rough, an absolute gem of a book. You pick it up, you look at it, you're not sure what to expect, you've read the blurb, it sounds intriguing, it sounds really interesting, and it just turns out to be all those things and so much more. This is a book you definitely need to have in your collection. It's definitely one you won't regret reading. You won't regret picking it up. You're going to fall in love with it. You're going to fall in love with the main characters, and you're just going to want to be able to pick it up and read it again. You really will. So it's definitely worth grabbing a paperback copy of this. And if you haven't done so already, I will pop a link in the description so you can go and grab yourselves a copy, because you know you're going to want to. It's so, so good. I really, really loved this book. Absolutely brilliant. Literally can't say enough about it. Enjoyed every minute of reading it, and will definitely enjoy reading every minute more of it if there is any more in this sort of like in this series, and will definitely enjoy reading this again one day as well, and reliving that with Devon and Chris. It's such an adventure, really it was. If you've read Chosen by Brey Willows, please let me know what you thought of it. Let me, you know, what are your thoughts on how real this could actually be soon, as a reality one day. And if you haven't read it, or if it's on your to read list, again, let us know, because it's always great to know who's got these things sort of on their radar and who's really interested in reading the book. And if you do read it, I just really, really hope you enjoy it, because it's a great book. You won't regret it. It's absolutely brilliant, and you will enjoy it so very much. Bye.